Too many gym owners are burnt out, and worse, this could be you, and you might not even know it. Maybe you're just used to constantly grinding and feeling a little bit ornery, a little bit crinkly with your staff and your team and your clients. Well, listen, feeling burnt out can be a normal thing when you run a small business. But if you don't manage it, it will hurt the results of your business, and it will hurt your relationships, and it will hurt you. So I'm going to give you a very helpful framework that you can use to cure burnout. Put that pep back in your step. Get your groove. My name is Mark Fisher from businessforunicorns.com. And if you're looking for a one-stop shop to find out exactly what's going on in your business and what you should work on next to get better results, you will want to go to gymownerreportcard.com. That's where you can get a completely free diagnostic assessment to understand where you should be placing your energy and efforts to do the next right thing. You can find the link in the description box below. I have found myself, not often, I think I'm pretty good at avoiding burnout because I keep my cup full with some of the particular strategies I'll talk about, but I'm just a person. And sometimes I just get in like an ornery place. And for me, it doesn't show up as burnout per se. I don't know that I would use the terms like I feel burnt out. Now, the good news is, to my credit, at this point in my career, I know when that's happening. That is a sign that I'm not in a good place. In fact, what I need is to leverage some of these strategies to release the burnout and create what can sometimes be called renewal. So a lot of my thinking on this is informed by a management professor from Case Western University named Dr. Richard Boyatzis. I took an amazing course on Coursera with him called Leading with Emotional Intelligence. And I just recently reread one of his books I really love called Resonant Leadership. Now, the premise of this book is that when you run a business, or frankly, if you're in any leadership position of any kind, there is a certain type of stress, a power stress that comes from people around you looking to you for the answers, for guidance, for leadership. And if we don't find ways to intervene, we will get in this cycle where we will feel stressed and eventually get burnout and feel resentful. So we need to build in renewal activities. And Boyatzis puts them into 4 specific categories: mindfulness, compassion, hope, and play. Now, we're talking about mindfulness in regards to renewal. This is any activity that allows us to stop, to breathe, to live in the moment, to get in touch with what's going on in our body. So this could be anything from meditation to prayer, if you practice one of the traditional wisdom traditions, anything that gets you really in touch with the moment and out of your head, out of the future, out of the past. Second, we have compassion. When I think about compassion, for me, this is almost synonymous with relatedness or community. It is the feeling of truly caring for others, and in turn, feeling cared for, feeling seen. Now, where sometimes I think this is not as obvious to build in is, where do we get compassion from others? Where do we feel seen? And this can look like all kinds of things. This can be working with a coach. This could be working with a therapist. This can be going to Burning Man. It's also one of the benefits of joining something like the Unicorn Society, the coaching group at Business for Unicorns, because you're locked into a community, and being around other people that you can really share what's on your heart and your challenges opens you up to feeling compassion and feeling compassion for others, which is a very powerful and humanizing experience. Your third renewal strategy is connecting with a feeling of hope, something that is forward-looking, something that feels like possibility in the future. And this also can look like a lot of things. So a classic example of this might be doing some kind of visioning activity, some sort of visioning exercise where you are articulating and identifying something that feels like an exciting future that you're living into. And this can make you breathe deeper and feel an exhalation of relief. And then finally, we have play. And this is a relatively recent addition to Dr. Boyatzis' framework. In fact, it's not even mentioned in the book Resonant Leadership, but play is exactly what it sounds like. This is anything from humor to goofing around to being silly. This is certainly something that's very important in my life. I like to have a good time, be irreverent. I like to make other people laugh. I like to laugh. So play is something that's very important to me. And I think that, there's something out of your head, something in your body about just being in the moment and messing around with other people and playing jokes. And, and this could even be things like maybe even join a sporting league, right? But once again, you'll find this is something that's getting you out of the day-to-day of your business and having fun for its own sake. I say always, fun is highly underrated, people. Now, here's the thing, two final points here. Number one, everyone is different. So you are going to find some of these really resonate, they're really powerful, and they really tick the box. and others of these, maybe not so much, and that's okay. So I think we need to leave space for your knowledge of yourself, for what's gonna light you up, what's gonna refill your cup. And second, this is the most important point, this is the final thing I tell you, and this one, she's a tough pill to swallow over here. You can't save up your renewal for once a month. This is not like a vacation. Boyatzis would make the point that psychological renewal is distinct from physiological rest. Now, they both matter. Obviously, you need to sleep, you need to have time off, all that stuff matters, but you can't save up your psychological renewal for once every 3 months or 6 months you go on a vacation. It's not gonna work. So you have to find ways to think through your schedule, your daily, certainly your weekly schedule, and understand where are the pockets where you're intentionally creating opportunities for mindfulness and or compassion and or hope and or play. I'm not sure this is exactly as algorithmic to make this kind of prescription, but I would say if you're not touching that at least every other day, over time, again, you're just gonna get burnt out. You're gonna feel like your cup is not full. You're not gonna be as excited. You're gonna feel ornery, because if you're not able to show up in a calm, positive, energetic place for your clients and your team and your family, you're not really gonna be able to be an effective leader, because your behaviors, your mindset is loud and contagious. This really does matter, so we really need to prioritize this. Now, if you like this video, you can check out another video I did on this topic, actually, with one of my favorite tips, which will allow you to lock into a lot of these strategies. And that video is called, intuitively, How to Get Out of a Funk. So go down, click the link in the description box below, and while you're down there, why not give that subscribe button a little smashy smash and give me a little hit of dopamine that says you like this. As always, if you're interested in learning more about how we help gym owners create more income, more impact, and more freedom, head over to businessforunicorns.com. I'll see you soon for another video where I will share more actionable tips, psychological frameworks, and philosophy. We did all three today.